How'd you get started in football? I mean, what was it about football and the game that drew it to you?
Um, I always watched it growing up. Back in the day, I was an Ohio State fan and a Browns fan, so I guess you could say my dad got me into it. Played flag football growing up, all the way through tackle. Got into punt, pass, and kick. That's where I kind of first realized that I had a gift in punting, I guess you could say. So that's where that kind of started. And then, I just played throughout high school.
As a punter and a kicker, is it purely leg strength? Is it about the way your foot contacts the ball? What do you think the most important thing is for kicking?
I'd say, this might sound cliche, but once you get to a point, I think it turns a lot to the mental side. Obviously, you have to have a strong leg. The drop is probably the most important part. A lot of your hips too, so I don't know if it's completely your leg, but a lot goes into it. But once you get to a certain baseline or a certain level, it turns a lot to the mental side, and you just got to stay consistent with it.
I mean, you have to have a quick mindset mentally, knowing that your line's got to block for you, your long snapper's got to help you out, and then you got to make the kick. But how much is going through your head sometimes to make sure? I can't remember what happened on the last kick because it doesn't matter. It's purely about this kick.
Honestly, last year I was thinking a lot just coming in my first year, but this year my mantra or whatever has just been don't think at all. Yeah. So just have trust in Bird, who's obviously a veteran, and I know the line's going to block. We got a lot of great players, so I just don't really have to think, and it turns into an instinct thing after practicing something so many times. Just comes into natural habit, I guess.
You're trying to fill a role for a guy that was pretty much automatic every time he walked out there. How much were you able to learn from Jake and even Chad in what they were able to do with their craft?
I learned a lot. I'm very blessed to have someone like Jake and even Chad. We're not the same position, but they were just professionals at what they did. Now Jake's punting for the Patriots right now, and he's showing that he can do his job at the highest level. But I got a lot of mental tips from Jake and obviously the fundamentals and stuff like that, but we aren't the exact same on form wise, so just more the whole experience overall. It was good to have someone like him.
How would you say your style is? Are you more traditionalist? Do you like rugby? I mean, how would you work your game?
I'd say I guess you could say I'm a traditionalist, but I think I have a lot of tools. I can roll out. I've been getting better at my pooches. I like to just say I'm more of an athletic punter, so whatever they need, I feel like I can provide.
You're not going to just pull one down and try to scamper around the end, maybe?
You never know. We'll see.
That fake punt gets called.
Yeah.
Steve Bird might be described as maybe the most interesting man in Ypsilanti by far. How good is he at his craft and what he's able to do?
He's amazing. I always knew that he was great, but this year he's really just proved that he's one of the best in the nation. We just went to a Coles camp where they had the best college kids all there, and he was snapping to me in the finals in one of these competitions that we had. And after that happened, I saw that he was top 2 or 3 place there, and he's just automatic, and I love him for it.
Away from the game, the specialists all have unique traits. What would you say is your favorite thing or uniqueness that you as a specialist group do together?
I say really it's just that we don't need to be doing anything special. Wherever we are, we always just click and have a good time. And a lot of different personalities, from Bird to Zoglio, Jesus. A lot of different people from a lot of different places, and we just mesh well, so it's always a good time.
In terms of what do you like to do away from football? How are you finding that mental break to get away and relax?
I like to go hang out with people. Me and my roommate, Zach Mochin, we've been watching Breaking Bad, so that's a good thing to wind down. Just Netflix and stuff, or sometimes I go watch the sunset on this lake. I don't know, I've been finding new spots like that, but just hanging out with different people outside of football too always helps.
How do you go about preparing for a game? Is it listening to music? Is it some guys meditate? How do you prepare?
A little bit of both. I'd say listening to music is good, but once that music comes off, then you're just left with yourself. So I'd say, um, positive thoughts, just prepping your mind the day before, and just knowing that you can get the job done, not overthinking too much, like I said before.
Who are some of your greatest influences? Can be sports-wise, can be personally. I mean, who would you say has influenced you the most?
Um, who's influenced me the most? I'd say probably my dad has been a huge influence in my athletic career, always pushing me and helping me through everything. Without him, I don't know if I'd even be here. So I bet that's an answer that a lot of people are given, but I feel like that really is the truth.
Stack 'em, the theme for the year. It's great because it embodies what this team wants to do, but how have you taken it to a personal level?
I'd say I've taken it to a personal level. If I have a really good day, then I don't just sit there and think I'm the greatest or anything like that. You got to start over and take that 1-0 approach. So you got to come back and do everything the same the next day. Certain coach, I forget who it was, he said, rent is earned and success is rented and it's due every day. So you got to come back and earn your way every single day.